Welcome to another episode of Questions Are Answers. And today we're going to be talking about the one question you can ask yourself to alleviate suffering while pursuing your goals. The first thing I want to talk about specifically on this topic is why we even suffer in the first place, even if our goals are impact driven and even altruistic. This is a really common challenge that I see just not only in my life when I was suffering a lot from it, but also in a lot of my colleagues and the people around me in my life, just because they're a little bit more impact driven and really want to do good in the world, yet they suffer so much every single day while trying to pursue those goals of creating a better world, a better life, not just for themselves, but for everyone else around them. So it used to be that I thought the people that suffered were the ones that had goals that were more externally driven and more for themselves, a little bit more selfish goals in terms of wanting just to have more money or to have more accolades, more achievements, have just a lot of advancement in their career, and people who were looking out for themselves only, and those are the only people that suffered. But it's not true. There's so many times, and I see it left and right every single day, where people have really altruistic goals of helping other people, helping them achieve the life that they want, and really going above and beyond to try to help the person to the left and the right of them. And it just puzzled me so much that why these people suffered, why I suffered when I was trying to do that. And it all comes down to, where do these goals come from and what are we actually focusing on? What's the true intention behind some of these goals? And to give you a concrete example of what I mean is, are we focusing our attention more on just the pure act itself, just because we love doing it, or is it for some sort of external result that we're trying to achieve? And the root of suffering that comes from a lot of these goals that we have, whether it's altruistic or not, impact driven or not, good or bad, selfish or not, it all stems from where our focus is, where our attention is. So the one question that can actually break us out of this cycle of suffering when we're pursuing our goals is by asking ourselves, are we focusing on fully and unapologetically expressing ourselves? Or is it focused on some sort of external result, like trying to impact someone's life, trying to help others transform, or like those are, even though they're good goals and altruistic goals, they are results focused. They are externally focused, away from ourselves. And the issue with that is that it creates conditions in terms of where our happiness is. So a lot of times when we create those goals of, I want to be able to impact other people, I want to transform other people's lives, I want to be able to improve the lives of other people, we create these conditions and say to ourselves, I'm only going to be happy when other people are impacted by what I'm doing, or only when I help X number of people improve their lives. And because of these external goals, even though they're good, they create suffering for us because we're not accomplishing that in the present moment. So everything that we're doing in the present moment, even if it has good intentions, it's sacrificed for this external result that is not really going to come anytime soon. And so what we do is, everything that we're doing now becomes a means to that end, even if it's good. And that's the root of our suffering. And it's because we think that we have to accomplish this certain thing in order for us to feel good, to feel peace, to feel love, to feel joy. But the cure to this is to understand and to realize where we're putting our attention. And are we doing it because we truly love it and don't care about any result, even if it's a good intention result? Is it coming from this place of abundance? Are we doing this because we just love it so much that we can't help but to do it? That is called unconditional creation. That is unconditional love. Doing something because you love it so much, and there's no other reason than having this pure, untainted love of the craft of what you're doing in the moment. And there's no separation between you and the action itself. And that is when you become one with the world, one with the universe. And when you're in a state of flow, in a state of non-thinking, that is when we find peace, love, and joy. And that can only be found in the present moment, when we are fully, authentically, and unapologetically expressing ourselves in the moment. So ask yourself, Are you doing that? Are you focusing on bringing your full self into what you're doing and being able to fully express yourself through it? Or is your focus more on attaining some sort of external result, even if it is good? So that was an amazing shift that I had for myself. My brother actually helped inspire this question, just because he was asking this very similar question as well, as to why we're suffering as we're trying to accomplish a goal that is altruistic. And it's because we put so much emphasis on some external result, something outside of us, instead of focusing on this abundant love and this insatiable, just overwhelming feeling of wanting to create something, to bring something to the world, to express ourselves fully. And that is really what you want to focus on. And the external result will happen as a byproduct when we are focusing on fully and authentically expressing ourselves. And it's only when we start focusing on something else that we don't experience that peace, love, and joy that we really want. So I really hope this helps you guys. This is a really short and sweet episode, but I really don't like to have a lot of fluff in these episodes, just because I know everyone's busy and I really want to get to the root and the heart of the matter. And the truth is always simple. And so I love you guys so much. I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. And leave a review or any comment below about anything that you enjoyed during this episode, or if you have any questions or ideas for next and future episodes. I love you guys infinitely, and I'll talk to you soon.